collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus. Children of Primus. And welcome. Frenzy Freestyle Sunday with Children of Primus, the collectors in disguise, and we've got myself Spin and Sodom Bach Arts, and we also have Mario in the comments. Hello once again, Children of Primus, and hello Mario. Welcome for joining us once again. And this week we're actually is going to be kind of our pre-Halloween show, so we're going to go through a handful of images of cosplay and and just rate them what we think of the outfits. And I mean, really, with cosplay, it's there's some out there that are really impressive in terms of the amount of effort put into them and detail and everything. And I mean, some are just really simple, but overall, it's just having fun. And it's also the same for Halloween, because some cosplay outfits are for like TFCon, for Comic Con, all types of conventions. But then there's also Halloween, which a lot of people put time and effort into their costumes for. So that will be our part 1 and part 2 of our streams tonight. As Sedem Bach is talking to Shinta.
I'm trying to get him up here, our faces mask now, but he's like, I don't know. Daddy's all weird. His arm's screwed up and his face screwed up now. This is too much.
Oh dear. Mario says, I'm not going to answer so much in the chat during the stream today, so I'm just going to watch the whole thing, and that is cool. I mean, if you do have a moment and you want to give your opinion on some of the images that we have on the screen, you can do that. You can also just sit back and just watch it play out. So before we get into some images, and I know sometimes some of the members are working their way in. Sedem, what say you? How is your injury from
I don't have the itchy thing on now. This one I can take on and off. So I have the splint, and I got sleeve down. This is over my stitches until Thursday.
Okay.
I can take normal showers now, so as much as you can with this on, and you're like, don't rip open. But I'm gonna actually take this glove off, but leave the sleeve on.
Right. And
He's gone.
Shiba Kobe joining us in the comments. No mega super ultra Costco run today, but I am in a face planty mood and got me the Age of Prime Crasher this week. Very cool. In a face planty mood. Oh dear. That's I guess let us know some more details in terms of what creates that face plant. Sometimes it has to be something really drastic for for you to just go like this. Just why is this happening? And also, when since our stream, we're going to be showing off different cosplay images, just random images that we found on the internet. You can also give your comments in terms of what you think of the images too. And Shiva Koi says face planting is just napping face down on my bed. That works. That works. So let me pull up the first image. actually, there you go. There's the first one, and nope, that does not work. I've got to change those settings around. So here is our first image, which looks to be an image of Galvatron, but it almost looks like a female Galvatron. Now, as Mr. Magnus has just joined us as well with the Ultra Magnus outfit. How are you doing, sir?
Good evening, gentlemen.
I can breathe now. Knocking against this, but no nostrils.
I don't have my headset on, so it's going to be rough for me to hear.
Okay. Well, how well can you hear us so far?
I can hear you pretty good. I've got it turned all the way up and just sitting here.
Okay. Well, Shiwakobi's mentioning that she's also concurrently listening to Hasbro Pulse's Season 1 live stream of Transformers episodes in production order, not release order. It's interesting because I wonder what episodes, aside from the first 3 or 4, I wonder how they, I guess, reworked those episodes in order for it to make sense, and or it may or may not make sense. I know season 2 is something in terms of the production order. And James Coleman, welcome James, says rest in power, Ace, freely. And I don't recall who that is, so let us know who that is as
Rest
we're
in
going.
peace, Ace Frehley.
Yes.
Ace Frehley was the guitar player for Kiss. He passed away this week.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing
that. I remember that now. Then actually there was also guitars for Limp Bizkit that also passed away.
Yeah, the bassist for Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. And actually, we were DJing at a friend's Halloween event because she owns a store in Niagara Falls, Canada, and every year she has a Halloween event. The store is called Cat and Monkey. And just before the event started, we were just talking about growing up friends and stuff, and it's just we're at that age where unfortunately, people that are close to us, we're slowly losing them. So it's it's one of those things. Resident Revsecutioner says R.I.P. Steve Rivers. Welcome, Resident Revsecutioner. And Abigail says, "Hey guys, so as we're gonna go through just rating our images." He said, correction, Sam Rivers, rating our images. I guess this one is, I believe, a female version of Megatron. So I would start with Sedum. What are your thoughts on this person's outfit?
Better. Looks like the warforcybertron Megatron, just more jagged and whatnot. It's not as blocky like G1. Could be Prime as well. That since that design's more a jaggy Meg. Feel like an old person, like holding my fox nose above my glasses. It's like, oh, my bifocals. Oh.
Cool, Magnus. What say you? What are your thoughts on this one? Which actually someone has mentioned which Megatron this is.
So I missed what we're talking about.
Oh, well, for Teletran 1 and Teletran 2, we're just going to show images of cosplay outfits that I found on the internet, and we're just gonna give our opinions of them. This one,
this is somebody dressed up.
yes,
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up some stuff.
Yeah, great job, great work. I
Is
love the shading on it,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that there's only one spot, at least from this angle, that I can see human clothing on it.
Right. Yeah, that is true.
And to me, unless of course you're cosplaying as something that is a human. If you're dressed up in something in armor and I can see cloth, that's the flaw that you need to fix for next time.
Interesting. Okay. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you say that this is gender bent? This is actually supposed to be a female Megatron?
I was only guessing that, but actually, Impactor is in the comments. Is on someone else's phone, on his mom's phone, but he said that it is the warforcybertron video game Megatron. So that's who this character is that they made their outfit based on.
Nice, yeah, excellent job. The gloves look good. The cannon looks good. The armor looks good. I'm guessing that the eyes are lit up, so that's awesome. Now, if all of those little graphics in the chest and in the legs are actually lit up and moving like that, wicked. And even if they're not, that's a badass paint job.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
if I was judging that cosplay, that would get high marks.
Nice. Transformers Joe says, "What's up, all? Good evening, and good evening to you." And Impactor says, "My rating is 100 out of 100 for this Megatron." And also Transformers Joe and Revsecutioner and James, everyone in the comments, give your thoughts on what you think of the outfits that we're gonna have up on the screen. And Planet X Pluto. Okay, you have to give me the reference on what that one means. So let me pull up another image. Actually, you know what? I will save that one because that one's actually pretty cool. So I will save that one. So Revsecutioner says excellent for the image, and Transformers Joel with a thumbs up and says awesome. Now this one, let's see how
Yeah,
well this
Spin,
one
I just
shows
sent
up.
you a Captain America gender swap to your Facebook.
Okay.
A link to it on Instagram. That's how I mainly originally know this one cosplayer via. Okay, where's the other one?
All right. So this one we have, I believe, is Barricade from the Bayverse movies. It's not the greatest of images, unfortunately, but let's. What are our thoughts on this one? So, start with you, Mr. Magnus.
Good job again on details. As an armorer, you know, I build my stuff to fit. This looks rushed. It looks like he spent a lot of time on the chest piece and on the leg piece and the guns, and then got rushed to finish the rest of it. But still, good job. I'm a fan.
Cool. And Sedum, what say you?
Yeah, I feel like that the Bayverse barricade is a harder design to translate because it's harder to follow what's all going on visually compared to like the Warforcybertron, Megatron, or G1 Megatron and whatnot. So I mean, kudos for them for trying something that's quote, just off the bat is more difficult to do. I mean, I don't know what their experience level compared to that cosplay, if that was like their first or second or 20th or whatnot. But
Right.
I mean, points to doing that. And I don't do cosplay myself, not since middle school, elementary school. So I don't. I can like just be like, I can look at friends that cosplay and be like, and I can see where there's like parts of the car, a barricade, and like how he has like, doesn't the one arm in the first movie design before the last night design, isn't it? Doesn't it have kind of like the wheel axe or something with the one hand, and then the other hand turns into a blaster? I see that. Like I said, I think you were saying it's not the best picture, so that kind of disservice to the cosplay because you can't take in the details as well.
Right. Well, Resident Revsecutioner says rough but passable. And Transformers Joe says looks cool, and yeah, pulling a Bayformer is hard, and I agree with that because there's so much intricate details that go into the Bayverse characters. So to translate that into into a cosplay outfit, although I mean again it goes with the dedication of whoever is doing it because, for instance, some years ago, someone made a cosplay version of Apocalypse that was extremely better than the actual, Fox's movie version of their Apocalypse. Like time and effort was put into what they created for their version of Apocalypse. Well, let me see if I can bring up this image. There we go. So this one is kind of a combination of images. So we'll only focus on on the character on the left and the character on the right. So we've got Bayverse Bumblebee, but then we also have G1 Grimlock, both in the same image. So what say you, Mr. Magnus?
So the Bumblebee is phenomenal. It looks store-bought. Grimlock is great, and I'm guessing that there's a kid in that. Because if you look underneath of the Dinobot symbol, you'll see a view and you see a face right there.
Yes, and I see the legs of the person in there.
So yeah, good job on both of those again, especially for the age. Like I said, the Bumblebee looks store-bought. If that's all handmade, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, and the Grimlock right there, that's what I always talk about, cosplay on a budget.
Yeah.
That is probably silver trash bag stretched over cardboard.
You know what? That is true. And it works.
And it does work.
No face.
I think it looks great.
Yeah. And in the comments, Resident Revsecutioner says those are great, and I agree with everyone's comments. And Impactor says the Bumblebee are super good. The Transformers Joe says I can't focus on the one in it. I can't focus. The one in the middle, I believe, is distracting him. But he says those both look cool. But that Grimlock is fire. And Sedum, what say you about the Bumblebee and the Grimlock?
Looks like they had that person had easier time, or just than the person with the barricade. Looks like they used harder materials too, so that might have helped with because the edges are more defined or harder. Then the barricade looked like it was using maybe some fabric over solid pieces, so the details the edges got kind of fuzzy. That sort of helps. Plus, I mean, Bumblebee's yellow, so I mean that's gonna stand out more, whereas the blacks and grays kind of stand out. But then you look at Grimlock, but maybe because of the simplicity of the G1 Grimlock designs,
Right.
It's easier to see the the shapes and whatnot. I'm trying to see if I can recognize what the girl is.
It's like she almost looks like a version of, I guess, a human version of
That's a
Grimlock.
gender bent Grimlock.
Okay.
Personally, I think my daughter did it better.
Okay. Where was I?
Cool. Resident Executioner says, I'm worried about the photographer on the right, the one in the green shirt. Oh dear.
He's leaning in to get a picture of something, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's you're a photographer, sometimes you gotta lean in and become the picture to take the picture. So let's see what other outfits that we can pull up here. Oh, that one is the small version. I want the larger version. There we go.
Where's my arch?
So this one is quite interesting. It is Sentinel Prime from Transformers 1. And let's see. I'll set him. What and everyone in the comments, but set him. What do you say about
Okay, I get the hat off my head.
about this one?
Okay, where it set the screen bigger.
I mean, we've lost Sentinel for a second. So, oh, and he's back.
Looks like they did have something going on with the eyes, so they glow up. Hopefully, you guys can hear. Did you hear me making the comment about the eyes glowing? Then
There we go. Okay, Magnus, I'll jump over to you for a moment. I think Sentinel's connection just
I think that's a really good job. It looks like it's AVF foam. Yeah, I think it's a really, really good job. That probably got top marks in the cosplay competition, but I don't know what his competition looked like. That is AVF foam. So if you scroll up just a little bit, right at his elbow, you see his wing. You see that sawtooth connector right? Go down a little lower. Go to the wing. Go up to his elbow. Right there. You see that sawtooth design?
Yes.
Those are garage mat
wow.
locked together AVF foams. That's what I make my cosplays out of.
I see it now.
So yeah, so he did this all out of AVF foam, so that's an excellent job. If he didn't win, it's because the judges didn't know who he was.
Got it. Which I would say in this time, because Transformers 1, isn't that almost like about a year now for anyone to not know this character? Because I mean, it's like, I agree, it's an impressive
but
outfit.
if you're not in the circle, Spin, my daughter's Chandra costume, we had judges that didn't know what she was.
Right. Wow.
And so they were just grading her on armor instead of likeness of the character.
Well, I guess there's two ways. Because I mean, if you have, say, a handful of judges, really there should be a criteria, and I think in not just cosplay, but in anything. And Magnus, you do have a bit of an echo, but I know it's because you don't have the headphones on. But in terms of judges, out of the judges, there should be there in a sense there should be one where it's just like they're kind of like disassociated from whatever the franchise is and everything, and you just get an honest opinion as in just like a random person from the street. And it's like you're looking at this outfit, you don't know this character, but what is your overall thoughts on the quality, the presentation of this outfit? But then you also have to have someone in the panel where it's like, well, we know this character, how many variations of this character, and how close to the character was the effort put into this.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of your smaller conventions, your judges won't do any background.
Okay.
So even though you put in Chandra the Pyromancer from Magic the Gathering, nobody looks it up.
Wow.
And then when they come out, they're like, oh, check this out. She's got leather and chainmail armor. That looks really good. We'll give it a 6.
Wow. Okay.
And then when you go to a big convention where they actually do it and you win top prize, you're like, yeah, the people at the other convention didn't know what they were looking at.
Right. That's in many industries that happens. No, Sedum is back, and what do you say about the outfit?
I think I was saying, I appreciate the going the extra mile to do the mechanics to have the glowing eyes. I can't see where if the eyes are lined up with where the cosplay eyes are at, or if they're just very well hidden where the actual eye slits are at. So it's not blatantly obvious either way where their actual eyes are seen from. Then, like Mr. Magnus is saying, they probably had but lightweight to do the wings. So, and the color seems pretty good on. Like it could have been, too sky blue or too navy blue, which very much in that medium blue that the character has. The Golder's harder to tell, but it's been a while since I only seen it the movie the one time in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't looked at my normal size Loki of him recently, or the not the studio series figure, like the cog changer or whatever those line of figures were called for the movie of him. I don't have a point of reference for the gold/yellow that I remember super well. But yeah, definitely remember the blue. That's pretty accurate to the blue.
Cool. And Resident Revsecutioner says, would you guys mind if I indulge in a little self-promotion? And no, I don't. We do not mind, because we help promote everyone. It's a community, so give us your bit of self-promotion as I search up another image to pull up. And the one thing I do find interesting with cosplay, and I mean, I guess it would tie into what Magnus was saying in terms of, the background, the knowledge background of the judges. I find sometimes, like, even just doing the random search for this weekend, since it's like pre-Halloween, sometimes a lot of people focus on those main characters. And when you say Transformers in any circles, you're always going to get that reference of Optimus, Megatron, Bumblebee, even though Bumblebee was never that main of a character when we were children. But that's just how it's been now. The odd Soundwave and Starscream, but everyone forgets about all the other characters. Now this one I find interesting, because I don't usually see a lot of references for this guy. And this is, for many who do know, Devastator.
Hopefully they're not made out of makeable people. Like, oh God, my words. They're not supposed to fit that way.
No, actually, just before we speak on that one, Revsecutioner, resident Revsecutioner says, I have the third video of my camper renovation premiering on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is very cool. I actually enjoy watching videos of camper restorations, old school buses, old transit buses, like anything where they convert it from what it was to what it is, and and you can base either live in it, travel in it, or just again, just like cosplay, the amount of time and effort put into it, and and there are some expenses involved, although we'll also mention tips on how to cut down on those expenses when you're dealing with cosplay. So Mr. Magnus, this one here, Devastator, what are your thoughts?
I'm guessing it's the Bloki's Devastator. Most of these have been like the Bloki rendition of the Transformers.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Blokies has the threads on both arms are purple, so
Okay.
whereas on the Studio 86, one's the green and the one's the purple.
Again, fantastic job. I love the fact that the actual gloves are in separate pieces. If you go down to the hands,
Oh
they
yes.
did a really good job with the fingers. Yeah, again, this would be high marks if I was judging this.
That is very cool. Yep.
That took a lot of time. If that's cardboard, which I think it is just because of the way that it's separating up there underneath of his chin, it's probably a combination of cardboard and AVF foam. So excellent work, excellent job. I'm
Nice.
a fan.
Nice. And Sedum, what say you about this one?
Trying to think what hasn't been sold. They look like they did a good job at keeping everything pasted down. It doesn't look like any of the layered materials are like peeling off or loose. Granted, I mean, a still photograph, I mean, it's going to make everything look more static than it might actually be. Maybe like the Devastator's skirt, crotch skirt, maybe that's a little loose, but that might be by design because you don't want to be ringing your own bell. I know at least with like custom figures, I found that metal paint can, for whatever reason, seems to rub off more easier than non-metallic. So looks like they might probably made sure to put some sort of seal over that sewer paint bits so it wouldn't come off easily or get as dirty easily.
Cool. Now, going back to the comments, Resident Revsecutioner says, good job on that one. Transformers Joe is saying, very interested in the camper resto, checking you out for sure, which appreciation, and also mentions thanks to us for the promotion, and no worries at all, you're welcome. And also says, high marks for sure for this Devastator. Now, Transformers Joe says the only thing that bugs me is purple thread on both sides. Because I believe if we're referencing the G1 Devastator, it's funny, I should almost have a mental image of it. For one of them, it's green threads, and the other one is purple.
Bone Crusher, it's green. Scavenger, it's the purple.
Right.
But with Loki's, in vehicle mode, what the Freds become are both purple on the combined, like the vehicles that become the shoulders. But if you look at their robot Defender toys,
Okay.
I don't know about the Galaxy version size ones, so the ones that are more like palm height rather than thumb height, or if
Right.
even that. They'll still have like their green legs and purple legs made from the threads. So
Cool. Now, let's pull up another one. Let's because I know some are gonna save for the Teletran 2 segment. 'Cause it's other rare weird characters that you don't usually see in cosplay. Now here is one that seemed cool and just seemed simple.
grab something while I'm thinking about it.
So let's hear our thoughts on this one, which I believe would be RC from the Prime series. Possibly, actually, no. I think her colors were a bit darker. Wait, Magnus, what say you on this character?
We're having fun.
Yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what this one says. I'm not here for competition. I'm having fun.
That's it. That's exactly it.
You recognize who I am. I'm dressed up and I'm having a good time.
Cool. Transformers Joe says, animated RC with a question mark. Anyone in the comments, let us know. I'm not sure. Sedum, do you know which RC this one is?
Prime.
Is it the Prime one?
Yeah, or a variation of it. Because sometimes, like, depending on the shot, sometimes those pink bits look pink, other times they look blue, like the majority of her.
Okay.
It just depends on, for whatever reason, with the animation model, just different parts of the design caught colors that the other parts didn't for whatever random reason. You get the same thing with G1 with animation color areas and whatnot.
Right. Transformers Joe said to what Mr. Magnus says that this could be Minerva. I agree 100%. Just fun vibe. Sedum, what do you say about this costume?
Wish I could see the more of it. Yeah, mainly looks like they're having fun. I mean, obviously, there's only so much I can say with the not being able to see the legs. I'm so much because of that that Legacy RC toy. I just think RC and like legs. Did they do the legs right, or did they like screw around with them? And I
Got
never
it.
realized how much that has affected my view of like a good RC or not. But I can't see the legs in this, so
Got it.
it has a jet. I mean, I can recognize the character. I remember watching Prime, the episodes, so. And I agree with like Mr. Magnus. She's more there to have fun.
Okay. Now let's bring up another one.
Excuse me.
Now another one that's in a sense outside of G1, but based off of a G1 originally, in a sense. And this one I believe would be G2 Ruination of the Combaticons. And Sedum, what do you say about this outfit?
Yeah, that's the warforcybertron. Yep.
And also in the comments, what do you say about this outfit? Sedum, what is your thoughts on this outfit?
I'm trying to make an opinion of it by itself. It's more evolved. Like especially with the I'm trying to remember the type of vehicle the right arm was. I have the toy.
Right.
I think he was sort of like a
supposed to be
rocky
a
type
space shuttle.
Yeah, but they did a good job at getting the more layered aspects of that Pacific Combaticon. Like I remember the swindle, the ones that are the legs were a little bit more simple. I'm thinking they might be doing. I think there was a box set. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Yeah, because I think the single toy releases, the left arm was red, whereas with the box release, it was the color you see here. But the helicopter one, Combaticon, was it Vortex?
Vortex.
So I'm used to the red Vortex, so it's throwing me off. The detailing. Trying to tell if he has the helicopter blades on the arm or not. Looks like he opted to not, I'm guessing. I don't know if you can zoom in.
Well, this is like a conglomeration, because if you zoom out, that's drag strip for the right leg.
Interesting. That is drag strip.
Well, not that.
This is what I was going to say about it is, if I saw this at a distance, I would think it's a Gundam, because it doesn't trigger any memories for me.
Got
I mean,
it.
for me it does because I have the toy. But like I said, the only difference for me, thing that throws me off is I'm used to the red Vortex rather than the beige Vortex. Yeah, and that swindle. Now that I never really did think about it, but yeah, that War for Cybertron or Fall for Cybertron, whichever it is, Swindle does have a drag strip look to him because of the engine block looking bit. I had never realized that until just now.
Interesting. Well, Resident Revsecutioner said this one seems very busy but very well done. Magnus, what do you say about the outfit?
No, that's why I just said we're having fun. I don't know where he got his info as far as what he's supposed to be, because that's not blast off as a right arm. It's not vortex for a left arm. It's brawl for a left leg, but it looks like drag strip for a right leg. So it's like he's a combination of combiners.
Right. Well,
Still, good job. We're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me see if I can pull up that version of the design, both with the color scheme they got and then the color scheme I'm familiar with. Come on.
This says to me, I'm not here for competition. I'm here to have a good time.
Cool. And really, that's what when you're dressing up in any outfit, that's really what it's supposed to be.
Okay, TF Wixby. Come back. Oh. Force Cybertron.
Okay, and while Setup is searching for that one, gonna pull up another image here.
Ball for Cybertron. Okay.
There we go. Now, at one point I would say this parts of it look store-bought, but on my screen, there's parts of this that does look custom. Between the Bumblebee and the Optimus, and more so on the Optimus around the shoulder on the right side of the image. Mr. Magnus, what do you say about this one?
That is not store-bought.
Okay. Yeah, going in closer. Yeah, these are custom.
Great job. I would have probably went with silver tights or silver bodysuit underneath of it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing the leg wraps right here at the crotch on the Optimus Prime.
Right.
But by going with black the arms and the torso spaces that are missing other pieces are going to disappear, so it's going to look like floating armor.
Right. Okay.
In case you can't tell, I've judged cosplay competition before.
Oh, that's perfect. This is perfect.
Oh yes.
But
I
no,
sent it.
this is really good. This both of these are made out of football shoulder pads.
Ah, okay. I see that now. Yes.
Which phenomenal job. That's a good way to make upper armor in anything.
Okay.
Because you can just pop rivet stuff to it. But you got to put filler in to get rid of these straps.
Got it. Okay.
But no, good work. Store-bought masks, both of them.
Okay.
That mask there on the right
Yep.
for the Optimus Prime, guys, that's what this started from.
Well, let's go over to yours.
That was the beginning mask for this one.
Interesting. So, yeah. So to look at what that one started off to, and what it became when when you did your customization.
Yep. And mine's all done. Mine's solid fiberglass.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, it's set them.
Sweating the hell out of me.
Set them. Bring the image back up on the screen again.
Wow, I got you all really loud.
This is the. Let me see if I can get it to rotate. Rotation. Auto rotate. Ah. Come on, rotate. That's the box set version. And then this is the version I'm used to. So it looked like they kind of mix and match a little bit because the one version, I mean, three of them are basically the same color, main color.
Right.
But that Swindle, he's more that classic yellow, and I can see what they were going for with the draggy strip, engine blocking park.
Right.
Was it Brawl's the green one, Vortex the red one? But yeah, they look like they mixed and matched. So they did the leg and onslaught, Swindle, Brawl from the solo toys, and then the box sets for Blast Off and Vortex. So.
Okay, cool. And Transformers Joe was saying with that last one, looking at them, it's like a mix with G2 with the regular colors. Resident Revsecutioner says a lot of work and time went into those into the previous ones. And for this one that we still have on the screen, Transformers Joe says the helmet for Prime looks like the voice changer one.
That's exactly what it was. I've got the voice changer still sitting over there because I may do something with it later.
Nice.
Yeah, Joe, I don't know if you caught that. This Ultra Magnus helmet, that's voice changer helmet, is what this started at. I cannibalized it to make this so that I had the headpiece.
I don't remember if that's Barrage or Chop Shop.
Venom, well, Venom now.
Venom. Okay.
Because of copyright.
Wow.
So VENIN rather than VENOM.
How can you
Disney
copyright?
doesn't have enough money already.
How can you copyright that word? That's not a.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I
What,
think they
Venom?
figured they didn't want
Yeah.
to do the Decepticon or
Venom
the
is
Lux
copyrighted
Insecticon
by Marvel.
Venom. So I
Oh,
guess
right.
they just did the Venom.
Yeah, I forgot about the Venom character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like actual Venom as in a like from a snake or anything. I'm like, how do you copyright that? But yeah, I overlooked
It's funny. His
the
face.
character. Nah,
His robot eyes look like a little bug mouth.
this Transformers Joe says, "Wow, I've been admiring that." And some of the previous comments, let's see. Their cruisers was also hiding in the comments because always watching. Wazowski says, give some awesome support for all the channels I'm involved with, including Children of Primus, and I'm glad to call him a friend. And and it says, thank you for the kind words, cruisers. And I think for one of the previous one, he says he looks like those old McDonald's toys where you could take off different parts from different characters and make your own.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, that's kind of what Combiners Wars was, wasn't it?
I think so.
Well, that was that predated
didn't-
Combiner Wars. That fall for Cybertron, Bruticus, this Autobot, Decepticon.
Actually, let's see if I can pull up one more image before, and this will be, one more image before we go over into Teletran 2. Let me see what I can.
Impactor was in the comments,
Here.
right? Ask him, tell him I hope your arm's doing better, buddy. My arm is doing better.
I'll send you a couple in Messenger, Spin.
Okay, cool. And
We'll get Nikki some screen time, my daughter.
nice. And let's pull up this one more. Where did it go? I just had it there a second ago. There we go. So this one I'm not too familiar with this character. So I guess Sedum or Magnus or in the comments, let us know who this character is and your thoughts on the
If I remember right, that's an animated character, and it's like a alternate identity for Shockwave.
I have no idea. I've never seen that before.
Or a weaker Decepticon, since it looks like he has a Decepticon logo on his symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does have a Decepticon logo in the middle, and he's kind of got that chest piece similar to Shockwave.
See if I can. Trying to remember if the toy. I never actually handled. I just know the character. Okay, animated. Transformers animated Shockwave. Ow, gotta close out.
Yep, as a resident Refsecutioner also says, never seen that one before. So yeah, so this one is interesting.
Yep. If you Google Transformers animated Shockwave, that's literally, well, not that picture, but that character is what pops up at the top when it on the all tab.
Okay.
Then yep, I have the image on my phone that he's like the top image, and then you have a collage showing the different Shockwaves.
Yeah, I'm sending you the link.
Ooh, let me
in private.
But yeah, look familiar.
That's the exact one I just brought up on my computer.
That's funny.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so there goes his Autobot form without the shockwavy face there in the where my finger is.
Oh, interesting.
So okay.
Okay, so yeah, let's bring this one back up on the screen.
Oh, yep, here goes his example. It shows his little face transformation. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 images down. So it looks like the.
I don't know if you can do a side by side with them, with my screen and your screen.
There's also a
let's see.
Till All Are Dead mock up.
No, I can't do the side by side at the moment, but they are both on the. Or actually, all three are on the screen now.
I keep forgetting that I can do that. Screenshot.
Where's the little thing I was talking about? So,
Oh, interesting. Okay, so before we round up this segment, what are our thoughts on this outfit?
Well, looking at this picture here, it's spot on. I mean, even the way that the cartoon is drawn, with it being all narrow and everything, that's the way this thing is. He's got big clunky arms, narrow waist. I say it's spot on.
Nice.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, he's even got the little bolts down there on his feet. And the little tubes there on his hips.
Cool. Resident Resecutioners throws 3 thumbs up for this one, and Transformers Joe says they put a lot of work into paint for sure. So 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
someone
Cool.
did a custom of using the Legacy Armada Megatron / Galvatron mode and made animated Shockwave out with it.
No, Sedum, before we end this stream, what do you say? What are your thoughts on this outfit that's on the screen?
He definitely, like I said, I mean, I knew the characters, so I mean, I just recognized him. Oh, it's animated Shockwave. So I mean, definitely got the visual fidelity and recognition down, both not just to the character but to the style of the show. Like Mr. Magnus was saying, was just going that extra mile. I mean, really, the only thing more I could think of is if they wanted to go like, kind of like how the guy who had the Transformers One Sentinel Prime with the glowing eyes, as if they would have figured out some way to do like the transforming head, to do the Autobot and the Decepticon forms. But I mean, that would be really, really complicated. And even this is way above average, I think, already. So that would be like, 100, and when you get into those, like, you got 100 perfect 100 on the test, plus you got perfect on the extra credit if you did the transforming head gimmick.
Cool. So that's our thoughts on these images for our
That's the
Teletran
custom
1.
I was talking about.
Oh, let me pull it up. Okay.
Using the Legacy Armada Megatron / Galvatron mode.
Yes.
So it's like, ooh.
Cool. So we're gonna jump over to Teletran 2 in a moment. So I thank everyone in the comments, and I thank you guys as well. And we're going to continue in our Teletran 2 section. So as we say at the end of all of our streams, till all are one.
Till all are one.
We now return you to the Children of Primus.